Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to another episode of Dawah Ilallah, as we continue with the comparative sciences, how we can use comparative sciences to be effective in calling people to Islam. We are empowering, inshallah, those of you at home who want to become effective da'is, especially those who are going to be calling to the submission to the one true God, that is Allah Ta'ala. So the whole aim of the show is these shows are to make you more effective, to help you with the tools that you require to be the best you can be all you can be. And last time we were together, we looked at how you can use listening skills. If you listen better, it will help you to be a better da'i. How every lecture you go to, you should pick up something that will be helpful to you. You never know the type of person you are going to meet, that one sentence that you heard at a boring lecture that you thought was boring can be so powerful in helping you. I've seen that so many times in my life. It was something that I heard, and I went to the lecture and I thought, what a waste of time. What a waste of a weekend and money. And I leave there thinking I'm never going to use anything from it. And then a year or 2 years later, I meet somebody and it all made sense why I was at that lecture. It all makes sense why I spent that money and why I spent that time that weekend. And then I go, wow, who knew? Allah knew. So today we are going to look at another point that is going to empower you as a da'i, especially perhaps you are starting up wanting to do dawah in your community. In South Africa we have a center called the Way of Jesus Center. That's what it's called. Big sign outside and it says the Way of Jesus Center. Now many people will maybe call their organization Propagation Center, they might call it Dawah International, they might call it whatever name they want to call their organization. But sometimes the name can be very vague, and unless you're a Muslim you're not going to understand what it was. So I like the signs, we have big ones saying Way of Jesus Centers. Very striking. But if you have a center and you want to start up something, or maybe you have just 3 or 4 of you got together, some businessmen, like in South Africa we have a group of businessmen in this one area. They're not scholars, they're just normal business people. They just want to do dawah, they just want to help people come to Islam. And so they've come together as a group of businessmen and wanting to be more helpful in helping the rest of the world become Muslims. So if you're one of these type of people, individual group of people, maybe even a big Muslim organization, one of the things that you need is funding. How do you get this funding? What do you do to keep the work going? And I'm not talking about how to quit your job and make money out of Islam. No, I'm talking about how can you keep dawah sustainable? If you want to keep the work going, it should not be a once-off activity. Oh well, we've done it this year. Well guys, we'll see you again next year when we'll do dawah again. No. Dawah has to be sustainable. Just like your body needs to be sustained with food every day, 3 times a day, if not even 5 times a day. I eat once a day. Since I've been in India, I eat 3 times a day. But normally I eat once a day. I don't have time to sit and eat. I'm normally on the go the whole time. I got a very high energy level. But we should eat 5 times a day. It's 5 small meals, they say, which is quite strange because that's the number of times we're supposed to pray a day. So is this interesting that if you want to be healthy and strong and fit, they say eat 5 small meals a day. And we're saying if you want to be spiritually fit, pray 5 small prayers a day. So we're going to talk today about fundraising, about how to raise money as an organization, or those people want to sustain dawah, keep dawah sustainable, keep it going. Now, fundraising is not about money. That's the most important thing that you need to understand before we go any further. Fundraising is not about money. Most people, immediately when they get to a boardroom, they say, well, how are we going to raise more money? And fundraising is not about money. It is about addressing unmet needs. It is needs that you have. It's about your organization keeping going. So how do you address the unmet needs and the synergy of your organization? That's what we are talking about. And money is only a means to an end. So we're not asking you to become bank managers or financiers. We are asking you that your organization or your group that you have raised, that you have started, that is going to be doing dawah ilallah has a way of achieving this, the way of achieving the end of being able to keep the sustainability going in the work that you're doing. This is what we are talking about. So we're not telling you about fundraising necessarily only about money. Fundraising is not just about the cash. It's how you can keep this going. I have said many times on television, on radio, and even public lectures, don't give me money, give me books. Because for me, money I can make, money I can get. I can go wash cars and get money for washing cars. I can go paint houses. I can clean your garden. I can raise money, I just can't get books. Books I can't get. Washing cars ain't going to give me books. Painting houses is not going to give me books. So we have to ask, what does your organization need to be sustainable, to continue your group? So don't just ask for money. Inspire your donors to be part of your organization. Ask them to become part of a partnership with you. There's nothing worse when you go knock on somebody's door and you feel like a beggar when you get there. Maybe you go to a car dealership or some wealthy Muslim person. He's feeling embarrassed and you're going to feel embarrassed when you knock on his door and you say, would you be able to give us some money to keep the work going? You feel embarrassed and he feels embarrassed for you. Rather ask for partnerships. It's better to create people working with you in the work you're doing, and then he will open up his heart, he will open up his wallet, he'll open up his resources to you when he gets involved in the work. I'm against someone just sending me checks. Often when I've done this on a few occasions where I've had checks or money sent to the work that I do, and I send the check or the money back, and the person gets very insulted by it. And I say to them, I don't want your money, I want your partnership. So I will take your money, no problem. Quite happy to take your money, but I want you to get involved in dawah. So we encourage the people, and I've done this several times where I've sent the check back to them or the money back to them, and with a nice cover letter saying, thank you very much, we were quite happy to take your funds after you come and get involved with us. So we invite you to come for a weekend, we invite you to come and do whatever with us. So you want people to partnership with you, not just to become donors. When the blood bank takes your blood, you know, when you go become a blood donor, they want you to become a lifetime member. They give you a little card, they give you some coffee, they give you some biscuits, they send you letters, they send you newsletters. They don't just take your blood and they say, okay, cheers. They want you to partner with them. I belong to a foundation, the Christopher Reeves Foundation. Christopher Reeves Foundation is not just asking for money. They want you to be involved in research and development and spreading the message, and perhaps even going and having your blood or bone marrow tested to help somebody who may be in need. So we want, in the same way, you must not think of your organization as the begging organization or the begging group. You want to partner with the community. This is very, very important. We are da'is. We are not opening up organizations. We're different. We're the guys on the street. We are the soldiers. We're the front line. The guys would need the best equipment. If you send your soldiers into the armed forces, you send them in with the best equipment because they're the front guys. You have to do the research individually. It's up to each person to use their own brain to go research. Like there are many organizations that FAMSA, Our Daily Bread, all these things that do charity work amongst the poor and the sick and the needy, but they're Christian organizations. We've got plenty Muslim ones that need the funding, so rather do the Muslim ones. But if they have no affiliation to no religious organization, then that's fine. If it's a humanitarian, remember we are not just only spiritually minded, but we're also earthly minded. So it's you need to do the research. I'm not asking you to go join any foundation. I'm just saying that if you are going to be joining to a foundation, do the homework yourself. But we're not talking about other organizations. I use them as an example. I'm not encouraging anyone to join anything. I'm using them as an example of how they are doing their fundraising. So we're not in any way advertising for anybody. We're saying here is an example of effective fundraising. They don't ask for money. They're asking for your time. They're asking for your commitment. They're asking you to get involved. So you hardly ever see them sending you a thing saying, send us money. So this is the difference between successful and unsuccessful fundraising. So to be successful fundraising, your job is that it's not necessarily about money. That's Number one point that you must have in your head. Don't just ask for money, inspire donors to take part, to be part of your organization. You also need to think big in order to achieve your tangible, positive changes and the benefits to the community that you're going to be working at. And we'll talk about this when we get back from the break, inshallah.
The value of money in the hereafter will be measured by its proper use in the present.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا أنفقوا مما رزقناكم من قبل أن يأتي يوم لا بيع فيه ولا خلة ولا شفاعة.
According to the glorious Quran, one of the best ways to use your money is to spend it in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by spreading His message of Islam. Peace TV is a non-profit Islamic satellite television channel that is primarily dedicated for just that cause, the proper presentation of Islam. It's a great choice to invest in it and a golden opportunity to purify your wealth in a way that pleases Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Support Peace TV. Send your zakat and donations to IRFI Al Ryan Bank, 47 Calthorpe Road, Birmingham, UK. B151TH. Pound account number 011-32301. IBAN GB49ARAY 30008301 132301. Sort code 300083. Swift BIC code ARAY GB22. Please confirm your contribution at support@peacetv.tv.
Support Peace TV, the solution for humanity.
ولله الأسماء الحسنى فادعوه بها.
Al-Aziz, the Almighty. Al-Wadud, the All-Loving. At-Tawwab, the Acceptor of your return. Al-Razzaq, the Provider. Al-Raqib, the All-Watchful. وَلِلَّهِ الْأَسْمَاءُ الْحُسْنَى. To Allah belongs the beautiful names. فَادْعُوهُ بِهَا. So call Him upon them. To understand more of Allah's beautiful names, join me, your brother Majid Mahmood, on my new series about understanding Allah's beautiful names on Peace TV.
الله لا إله إلا هو له الأسماء الحسنى.
Don't miss the chance to comprehend the seamless explanation of Allah's beautiful names in Understanding Allah's Beautiful Names. Every Saturday at 7 p.m. and repeat telecast at 12 p.m. UK on Peace TV. Marriage or divorce?
What's Islamic ruling?
Nikah.
Solution or problem? Heaven or hell?
There is a misconception.
You choose. Beauty, wealth, family status, virtue. Decide what you want. Decide your choice. Be sad or be happy. It's your choice. Join Dr. Zakir Naik in Better Half or Bitter Half every Friday at 6:30 p.m. and repeat telecast at 9:30 a.m. UK on Peace TV.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome back. We are talking about how now is days to do fundraising. How you can keep your organization or your dawah effort that you are doing, maybe just among 2 or 3 of you, sustainable. It's no use having a once-off activity. It needs to be something that continuously goes on. So I said we need to think big in order to achieve your tangible goals that you have set. You can't set pie in the sky goals. They must be tangible, something that you can actually do. If you reach low, you get low. If you reach high, you'll reach high. But they have to be goals that are attainable and reachable. So don't just have pie in the sky once. You must say, fine, this is what we can do. There's 4 of us. We can each bring in so much money, and then we can do this in a year. This is what 3 of the brothers in South Africa did when they opened up their little centers, or often speak about. Not big, none of them are big, massive organizations. One man, he has a little small shop where he has cell phones, sells mobile phones. Another man who also has a mobile, seems like the mobile phone guys. Another 3 businessmen got together, all small. Another one with a car dealership, second-hand cars. They all came together, they all in their own way, just did the job. And their centers are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful centers. So you can do it if you just make it attainable and reachable and have a goal to set. So you can't just go there, well, let's just, hope it all works out. You need to have some type of clear order and direction of where you're going. And make sure that you are submitting to Allah while you're doing this. So you don't want to go ahead without His guidance. You want to make sure that you have scholars with you that are guiding you in your planning. So have a clear, direct goal, a proposal that you can give to people, because you're still getting there. So have a proposal where you want to be so that you can present it to people. When you go to someone and you're going to be doing fundraising, sometimes you often see the people going there with these photostated pieces of paper. They have one of these flip files, and it's all like broken pieces of paper and some stamp here from this organization and a photo from this one. Make sure that it is the nice and clear and easy to see, a one-pager. The more papers doesn't mean that the person's going to be impressed by it. I always tell the people in South Africa, the students, the university students, the school-going people, when you write your CV, your curricula vitae, whatever it's called, CV, when you write it, make it a 1-page. Because some people, they put 5, 6, 7, 8 pages in there, and they've got photos of their grandmother when they went on holiday with her, and this is when I was at the beach, and the whole story there. And I was standing next to the lifesaver, so therefore I was really a lifesaver, and they put all this nonsense in. Think about the business you're going to. They're going to see hundreds of these CVs. Do you really believe they're going to go to page 3 or 4 or 5 or 6? They're going to go, okay, never mind. The 1-pager, you've made it easy for me. It's easy for me to go through. Okay, you've done that? Okay, cool, great. We need some more information about you. Do you understand? So you want them to find an interest in you. When you go to places and you're giving them this whole manual, I've seen some of the guys. They go with these manuals. They walk in there with these like briefcases full of information. They go to the guy's office and say, this is our organization. And the guy goes, okay, let me just open the drawer, give him the smallest donation possible to get rid of him. That's what happens. Because he's already got the stack of money that he is going to give out anyway for the, that time of year, fundraising time. So don't go like that. Be 1-pager, very simple. Preferably leave him a DVD or a CD or leave a pen drive or flash disk or whatever it is that he can watch in his leisure with your PowerPoint and all the rest of the information. But just leave him with one clean, crisp 1-pager. Don't give long speeches if possible. It helps, inshallah. So this is what we must understand when we're doing fundraising. Okay. When you're talking to somebody about fundraising, share your failures and your successes. You don't want to come across artificial and fake and lie. He might find out about your failures. So rather expose your failures in the beginning. Say, well, when we started and we did this, we went to this area and we failed dismally. I were unorganized. I didn't know what I was doing properly. I didn't do a very good job of it. I created a mess in that community. The community asked me not to come back again. Tell the truth. He's going to respect, and they're going to respect whoever it is you want them to come aboard with you, or to help you with whatever supplies that you need for your organization to keep going. You're going to respect your honesty. Then just showing, no, everything smells wonderful, everything's perfect. We're just great at what we do. You know, every day is a good day for us. It's never like that in a Dawah organization. It's never like that in a Muslim organization. There's ups and downs, there's party politics, there's internal politics, it's just, we're humans, we're not perfect, we have problems. So when you are doing your fundraising, remember it's not only talking about money, share your problems as well as your successes with your fundraising partners or the person that you're asking for help from. This is a very important thing to do. Present your organization in a way that is a branded image. Peace TV is a classic example of branding. Everybody remembers it. You say Peace TV, the solution for humanity. I have heard little kids saying it on playgrounds, like 2, 3, 4-year-olds playing in the playground. They're going, Peace TV, solution for humanity. It's a brilliant brand, and it's branded well. So you want to have branding. In South Africa, we have a radio station. It's called Channel Islam International. In it, there's a slogan. I'm not going to give you the whole slogan, because then get free advertising. They have a slogan that's also brilliant. So you have to have a branded image. It might sound corny, it might sound cheap or whatever, but it's good. Like the guys in South Africa, the group of normal people, they came together and opened up their organization called the Way of Jesus Center. That's their slogan. And everyone's going to go, that is so clever. You see? That's what we want. So don't call yourself the Institute for the Secondary Study of the Depth of the Research within the statistical findings within Dawah. That's like, what? It's just too much. Just keep it simple. It's KRSS. Keep it straight and simple. Everything in your organization, everything you do, KRSS. Keep it straight and simple. Don't make it complicated. Don't touch your ear like this. Touch your ear like this. Very simple things. So if there's 50 organizations, and this one's called the Indian Dawah Institute, and this was the Institute for Dawah in India, who cares? Just call it Dawah India, whatever. Just keep it simple. Remember, anagrams are very, very useful. Anagrams, like KRSS, keep it straight and simple. KISS, it's easy for remember. Like ID, Islamic Dawah, it's very easy to remember. My organization, I had to change the name because I realized that the anagrams were bad. So it's now the Areeb Islam Foundation. But before it used to be called the Muslim Chaplaincy Association. It was actually like YMCA. And so it has the wrong idea. People go, like, the anagram is like, why Muslim Chaplaincy Association? Why not join? And the whole idea was bad. So more and more problems started coming up. So I had to change it because you have to be careful that the anagram doesn't have a connotation with either Christianity or some weird rock group that used to sing before. So just be careful to make sure that you think about having it simple, clear, and consistent. So I want a branding that you must have. Come up with a logo. And remember that once you've done it, shouldn't change it. Like I had to change mine from Muslim Chaplaincy Association to the Areeb Islam Foundation. So you don't want to do that midstream, because then it's like, what's happening? So make sure you'll get it right in the beginning. So I've learned all these along the way by making my own mistakes that I now can explain to you. Whatever you do, make sure you have trustworthy people that are doing the fundraising. You cannot afford a scandal. You cannot afford a dark mark on your organization or the work that you're doing. One insinuation of fundraising malpractices, you are finished. No one will touch you again, no matter how many good works you do in the future. So my father used to say, it takes your whole life to build a name. It takes you 5 minutes to lose it. It might take you 100 years to become well known, but you can lose it in 5 minutes. One bad apple spoils the barrel, they say. So make sure whoever is involved in going out doing fundraising is a trustworthy person. Some people have spoiled it for the rest of us. I used to get books, Islamic books sent to me for free to South Africa for distribution from Egypt. So what we're saying is when you do fundraising, have a clear objective of what you're doing at home. Don't think this is not for you, it's for you as well. You are going to be helping or going to be fundraising for something. Use these same directions to help you in what you're doing. Make sure you join us again next time so we can continue with looking at how to raise funds for your organizations and for dawah. So from me, Areeb Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.